So how do you really measure the impact of a consulting firm? I mean, you can't just go by their website, right? Nah. The real story is in what their clients have to say. And today, we're going to piece together those client voices to figure out what actually makes a real difference.
It's the million-dollar question, right? Every single entrepreneur faces this. You've got this incredible idea, all the passion in the world, but what's that thing, that bridge that gets you from a dream buzzing around in your head to a real, live, thriving business?
Well, as we started digging into these stories, the answer became pretty clear. It's not some single magic bullet. Turns out it's a whole support system built on 3 big pillars: guidance, community, and empowerment. So, let's dive into each one.
All right, first up, let's talk about that initial leap. You know the one. It's kind of terrifying. It's all about just getting started, pushing through those first big roadblocks, and honestly, just getting out of your own head. This quote from LJ, who's in the middle of launching a marijuana delivery business, just nails that feeling of being stuck. We've all been there. So many amazing ideas die right there, stuck in neutral. The key is finding that push, that person or team that helps you turn that dream into an actual concrete plan. So this first part of the puzzle is all about turning something abstract into something concrete. It's about cutting through all the confusing startup noise and just building a clear path forward. It's the support that gives you the confidence to take that very first super critical step. But, okay, once you're on the path, what's next? Because as soon as you start moving, the whole game changes. The kind of guidance you get becomes absolutely everything. It's not just about getting any old advice. It's about getting the right advice for the right problem at exactly the right time.
So on one end of the spectrum, you've got the really high-level, big-picture thinking. Rosa, who's a financial representative, talks about this. She's not getting business 101 tips here. She's getting real insights on how to be more strategic. And that's exactly what an established pro needs when they're trying to level up. And then you have this. This is Nafisa, the founder of Silic Coffee, talking about the complete flip side of that coin, but it's just as important. She says the help was practical, not theoretical. Look, for a new entrepreneur, theories don't pay the rent. You need someone who can show you exactly what to do right now to get things moving. And this is really what practical guidance means. It's advice you can use the second you get off the phone. It's about solving the problems you're staring at today, not the ones you read about in a textbook. So when you put these different stories side by side, you start to see this whole spectrum of support. You've got Rosa needing high-level strategy, LJ needing help with due diligence, and Nafisa needing that hands-on practical help. It shows you that great guidance is never one-size-fits-all. It has to be tailored. But, one-on-one guidance is only part of the equation. The next thing that just jumped out loud and clear from all these clients was the incredible power of being plugged into a network. We all have this romantic idea of the solo founder, right? The lone genius. But the truth is, that's an incredibly isolating path. What these entrepreneurs found was a total shift, from going it alone to growing together, from isolation to collaboration. Here's a perfect example. The owner of Window Decor in a Bag points to a specific group, the African Business Entrepreneurship Network, as a place where she can directly connect with other entrepreneurs to grow her business. It's not just a random meetup, it's a space built with intention. And Rosa backs this up with hard results. She's not just making friends at these things, she's walking away with new clients and future business partners. This is the point where community stops being a fuzzy concept and starts adding to the bottom line. So you can almost see the formula here, can't you? It starts with creating the right space. That allows real, authentic connections to form. Those connections then spark actual opportunities, and boom, that's what leads to real, measurable growth. But the impact we're talking about here, it goes even deeper than just business plans and networking. It gets into something more personal. It's about empowering the entrepreneur themselves. Just listen to this. This attendee from a women's event is talking about having a space where people can be vulnerable. This has nothing to do with profit margins. It's about that very human need for connection, and that's the stuff that fuels you when things get tough. And then there's this side of empowerment. Rosa talks about being challenged, being pushed a little bit outside her comfort zone. Because let's be real, true support isn't always a pat on the back. Sometimes it's a gentle nudge that forces you to grow. When you boil it all down, you realize that behind every successful company, there's a person. And building up that person's confidence, giving them a safe place to be vulnerable, and pushing them to grow, well, that's every bit as important as nailing the business plan.
Okay, so this quote from Rosa, it really just stopped me in my tracks. It's so simple, but it's so powerful, and it kind of ties everything we've been talking about together. Not only does he talk the talk, he also walks the walk.
That's not just a nice compliment, is it? That's a whole philosophy. So let's actually break down what walking the walk looks like, based on what all these clients have told us. You can see the difference so clearly here. Talking the talk is suggesting a strategy. Walking the walk is giving that practical roll-up-your-sleeves guidance that Nafisa needed. It's easy to say, you should network more. It's a lot harder to actually build a community where people find new clients. It's the difference between theory and practice, plain and simple.
So I think the crucial takeaway from all of this is that real, authentic support isn't just about what's said. It's about what's done. It's when the words and the actions are perfectly aligned.
And that leaves us with a final question to think about for ourselves. In our own careers, our own journeys, it's a really powerful thing to ask. Who are the people in your life, the mentors, the friends, the communities, that don't just tell you what to do, but actually get in there and help you do it? Who helps you walk the walk?